All right. Hi, guys. So what I'm going to be doing is showing you how to use your graphing calculator to take this system here and enter it as an augmented matrix, and then use the row operation options in the calculator to put it in reduced row echelon form so that your first row says x equals some number a and y is eliminated in that first equation, and then y equals some number b because the x has been eliminated. So we're going to start by entering this augmented matrix. This represents the coefficients and the constants in these equations. So to do that, you're going to press second, X inverse to get to the matrix, and we're going to go to the edit menu, and we're going to just go ahead and edit matrix A. Now this matrix over here that we have is got 2 rows and 3 columns, so this is a 2 by 3 matrix, and we're just going to enter our values. So 3, 4, 3, 1, -2, -4. Then take a moment to double check to make sure you've entered the augmented matrix carefully. Okay, and then we're just going to go ahead and quit this screen. So second mode to quit. And now what we're going to do is we are going to start to convert this matrix into the matrix below by using a row swap or using multiplying a row to scale it up or down, or multiplying a number times one row and then adding it to another row to create zeros. Okay, so I'm looking at this matrix here. Let's actually put it on the screen. So let's go second matrix and then just hit enter A and hit enter, and it's going to put the matrix on your screen. And what I want is the one in the top row in this position. So I could just swap these 2 rows, excuse me, by making equation 2 into equation 1. So to do that with your graphing calculator, one moment, what to do is just do a row swap and make equation 2 into equation 1. So to do that, we're going to press second and X inverse matrix, and we're going to go to the math menu, and I'm going to go up to C, which is a row swap, and I'm going to hit enter. Okay, now the calculator's opened up parentheses and it says, okay, what matrix? We got to tell it what matrix to do a row swap on. This is matrix A, so we're going to go ahead and enter number 1, and then we're going to hit a comma, and we want it to swap rows 1 and 2, so we're just going to do comma row 1, comma row 2, close the parentheses. Now, if we just hit enter, it's just going to replace our old matrix A with our new matrix A. But what I like to do, just in case I make a mistake in one of my row operators, is I just like to store my modified matrix is a new matrix. So to do that, I'm going to press the store button down here, and I'm going to go ahead and press second X inverse, and I'm going to just store that in matrix B. So I'm going to hit the number 2 and hit enter and see what happened. Now I have that 1 in the top row, top position. So I've got that number done. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish this column right here, and I'm going to turn this 3 into a 0. So I think, what's the opposite of 3? That's -3. So if I were to multiply my top row by -3 and then add it to my bottom row, -3 plus 3 would zero out this value. So I'm going to scale up row 1, multiplying it times -3, add it to row 2. Okay, I'm going to show you how to do it. So we're going to go second X inverse over to math, and we're going to go up to times a row plus a row. So scale a row and then add it. So first we have to put the scalar. So we're going to hit enter, and we're going to go, okay, we're multiplying times -3. Now, we do have to tell it which matrix to do this to, and we're working on matrix B. So we're going to go second X inverse, hit number 2 for matrix B, hit a comma. Now we're multiplying -3 times row 1, comma, so that takes care of multiplying times row 1. Then we're adding it to row 2 and then hitting parentheses. So that's going to just change row 2. We're going to store it over matrix C so that we can just see the progression here. So I'm going to press number 3, hit enter, and look at what happened here. Now in our first column, we have a 1 in the first position, and a 0 in the bottom position there. Okay, so now we have this. We're going to scoot over to the next column, and we're going to start by putting a 1. So we want a 1 in this position. So all we have to do is take this equation, 0x plus 10y equals 15, and get this down to 1y equals something. So we're just going to scale this equation down by multiplying times a 1/10, dividing by 10, but we're going to do a multiplication row operation. So to do that, we're going to go second, matrix inverse, go over to math, go up to multiply a row, that's just scale a row, hit enter, and we're multiplying times 1/10. So I'm just going to alpha y equals to get a fraction. We're going to do 1/10, which is divide by 10, but we only have the option to multiply here, comma. Now let's tell it what matrix we're doing this on. This is matrix 3, okay? And then we're going to hit comma, and we're going to multiply that times row 2. So it's 1/10 of row 2 on matrix C. Close the parentheses. Let's store it over matrix D and hit enter. Okay, and look at what we have so far. So we have a 1 and a 0 in the first column, and then a -2 and a 1 in the second column. So all we have left to do is to turn this -2 into a 0, and then our whole system will be solved. So what's the opposite of -2? It's +2. So we're going to multiply the bottom row times +2 and add it to the top row and replace the top row. So to do that, we're going to go second matrix. We're going to go over to math, up to multiply a row, add a row, hit enter, and we're going to multiply times. We want +2 on row 2. So we're going to go 2, comma. Now tell it what matrix. So we want matrix D, comma. We're going to multiply times row 2, comma, then add to row 1, close the parentheses, and we're going to store it one more time, but this time we're going to store it over matrix E. So that's number 5, and hit enter. And there we go, guys. We have solved this equation, this system. This top row says x plus 0y equals -1, so x equals -1. And the bottom row says 0x plus 1y equals 1.5, so y equals 1.5. So our solution is -1 3/2.